On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, so say you know all the dinosaurs? But do you know the Mosasaurus Rex? How about the Spinosaurus-Spine-a-Zino? Surely you know the Brontosaurus, and don't call it Shirley. Maybe you don't know dinosaurs after all then. We'll help you out though at Squirrel Stampede. We have the 5 surprise Dino Mix and Match on the table today with hundreds of combinations. Now you can correctly identify all the dinosaurs you never thought you really needed to identify, like the Therizinosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus, or the Brontosaurus. And keep watching and we'll see what else we can create.
Squirrel Stampede!
Please subscribe.
Squawk share!
So what say we start with this ball? We have a lot to collect and mix and match. Dino Mix and Match. Probably one of the most flashy balls from 5 Surprise Dino Strike in a while. This is looking very, very catchy. Of course, my thumbs are still reeling from that Transformers 5 Surprise. It looks like an orange. Our first dinosaurs insides we find might be an Ankylosaurus. More importantly though, do we have 5 things? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did they count the guide as 5? We'll count up again. Let's see who this is. Dino Mix and Match, and our first is indeed an Ankylosaurus. Kinda feels like an all-new mold of Dino, maybe. Which end is what? Of course, we'll piece this one together. If these are mix and match, these plugs should go into anything. Is that a neck? Gotta be a torso shield. And a head. So that's part of our Ankylosaurus. Needs some legs, maybe back here. Second package. There we go. And matched up our Ankylosaurus. This does indeed feel like an all-new, brand-new mold of dinosaur from 5 Surprise. We've seen many generations of a lighter plastic shell dinosaur. This is a solid plastic going through. It's thicker, a little rubbery, and painted pretty well too. A little bit of orange on its back, and a nice little scrape on its leg, and some blue eyes up on its head. It's a really striking looking Zor. Plus with the mix and match options, we've got articulation at all those points where it kind of plugs in. And those plugs so far feel pretty tight. The post and hole system of this one should work pretty well in mixing and matching. So it's a pretty cool, exciting dinosaur toy to see. So that was 1, 2 of the surprise. There's the third, or lenticular badge. Oh, look at there, it's changing. We've got our Ankylosaurus, and then it's a Brontosaurus. And the fourth, of course, a volcanic eruption. What do we have? Oh, it's kind of like an ember slime. Or should I say amber? Maybe containing the DNA lava of your dinosaur. Pretty goopy, not as much as they typically give you though. They've lowered the content size. And so the fifth surprise is either the guide to place together and or maybe our character guide here. What are we looking for? What is the rare? Well, it is a rare lava crusted red Tyrannosaurus Rex. Kind of like those Robo Alive builds we've done. There's a basic Rex, there's our Ankylosaurus, there's a Therizinosaurus, Spinosaurus, Dilophosaurus as always, some sort of Triceratops, Brontosaurus, and a Mosasaurus, all basically the classics. Well, Dr. Grant, who do you think we should mix up with the Ankylosaurus back there? I just realized I don't have a Henry Wu figure. That would be the better choice of figure on this review, but we'll just keep going. How about this ball? And what did we pull now this time? It's either a Rex or a Dilophosaurus. I think it's a Dilophosaurus. Seems like we always pull a lot of Dilophosauruses from 5 Surprise over the years. And there it is. So green. So neon green. This one should be a fun build. Always start with the torso and start adding on. Neck piece. Big necks with this collection. Feels totally different. And a tail. And the head goes into a port there. And then the frills, which all the time get me on 5 Surprise. Which direction? I think they're trying to tell me this way. There's one. This is actually easier to build than previous generations. Okay. Well, that's a start. That's a start. We need some legs though, and a back. Try this pack here. Fun that they're doing a back piece. I think that's so you can kind of mix and match their backs a little bit too. For now, we'll just piece together and get some arms and legs, of course. Oops. Oh. Do those last. Alright, there we go, our Dilophosaurus! And it's standing, even more impressive when you use a heavier grade of plastic. They actually will stand on back feet. Big dino too for a Dilophosaurus. What's our scale on this one? About 3 inches in height. She's a real beauty, especially that green. I am really liking this new generation of sculpt from 5 Surprise Dinosaurs. And so, of course, has that sticker included and a little more of Dino Mix and Match lava. We'll just hold off to that. Now, if I can find a third proper dinosaur, we can do some try mix and match. We gotta have at least 3 for a good mix and match. Let's just do a full package reveal without the sticker surprise. It is none other than something yellow. Could be anything. Oh, flipping. Okay, it's the trike. We're gonna try a trike. This one always gets me on its identification. Anyone want to give us a trike identification on this guy? Or maybe it's just a Triceratops in a really cool pose. I like the popping color they went with this one though. It is really tight. Good position so far. Another bag. 4 legs and arms. After years and years of these falling off, it's so nice to see something tighter. And our Triceratops is built. They've got some really funny positions with this group of dinosaur, don't they? Really standing up, like looking at that asteroid or something that's about to fall on its head, conking them out. Lots of cool bloody scars too on their legs. They've been through a little bit. Every angle, pretty good look. Pretty good look. That's the moose antler angle. Okay, so let's start simple and maybe switch some heads. Let's see what happens when we switch heads. This actually is a little different with the trike because the trike has the neck with the crown. We'll give it the head of an Ankylosaurus, which actually almost feels just like another version of a trike. And the Ankylosaurus can have this head. But what do we do with the Dilophosaurus' head? Maybe we switch tails, so we'll give the Dilophosaurus the tail of the Ankylosaurus. And they are plugging and playing really well. So, there we go. That is our start to some really odd dinosaur hybrids, and they're plug and playing nice and tight, so I think we're going to have several different fun options as we continue on. Okay, Timmy, point us on to the next dinosaur of 5. Surprise! Hoping to find something really meaty soon, something that eats a lot of meat. Perfect! Alright, okay. Interesting. What do we got here? It's another sound wave. Are you kidding me? How does this keep happening? Aha! Wait, there were 3 bags in there for some reason. It's gotta be something new and fresh in this bag. Yeah! Brontosaurus! Yay, one of my faves that always seems to elude me on many different other series. It's always hard to find a Bronto, especially in the captives collections. Oops, how do we build this? It's got a long neck, a super neck. Let me check that. There we go, that was a really tight neck. Tiny legs. Look at that, that is so cool. Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus. Maybe a Brachio. It has kind of that head crest up there. Kind of just maybe could be any Apatosaurus in general. Always a tough one to find, I feel like. I always have a tough find of these, so it's awesome to see as my 4th pull, although Soundwave back there included. Very odd, very odd. And this one will be like almost super odd in transforming. Can we take the neck and add it to, say, a Dilophosaurus? We can! And that's even weirder. Look at that! And switch up our Dilophosaurus with a Bronto body. We've got our weirdest hybrid yet of the day. Look at that. That is so odd. How is it balanced on those back feet? And you're no Sunday either back there. It's got to be a really challenging balance. Yes, squirrel, the more we pick up these, the better. Alright, Zora, point us on to the next one that we will have to escape from. Good thoughts with this one, good thoughts. Oh, this worries me. Okay, wait. I think something new. It's blue. It's something bluish thing. Okay, good news. I'd like to see blue. It's either a Velociraptor or a Mosasaurus. I can't tell. It's gotta be maybe a Mosasaurus. We'll see. I'd like to build a Mosasaurus. Blue tail. Blue body. Yeah, that's gotta be a Mosasaurus. That head. And let's just pull the body parts. Flippers probably are in here. Lots of flippers. We might actually have to consult the guide on which flipper goes where. That's always a challenge with the Mosasaurus. They're so similar. Oh, we start with the body. That's the best place to go. Add a tail to grab onto something. These back panels are all basically the same. They're just going to kind of add some color switch to your dinosaur. I like the neck addition. That's been kind of a fun piece for most of these. And then our headpiece on a pin. Yeah, I think we got it. Really good looking Mosasaurus in blue, of course, underwater with a nice deeper blue tail, and on the fins there, a little bit of red eyeshadow around some yellow eyes, giving it just, giving it a very sinister look, isn't it? Very sinister. So a great looking dinosaur to find. We'll find a few more before we mix and match that one. We have 4 more distinct dinos to hunt for. How about this one, just up front? Still looking for the really big land meat eater carnivores. Found the ocean carnivore. Can we find the land carnivores? The token says Rex, maybe. The Rex is here. Oh, that's a really fun lenticular. I could do this all day, too. So what is it? What is it? What kind of Rex are we looking at? I think we're looking at your basic Tyrannosaurus Rex here. There we go. All teeth included. The other bag, of course, with limbs and tiny arms. All good color choices so far. All good color choices. Everything is blending together as a perfect series. Nice and tight. Oh, I really want to mix these two up together. They'll be great. First, let's look at the T-Rex, though. Nice looking stance on this one with still, you know, the Zuru Smashers look of the claw marks there. Even though it's a brand new mold, it still has that classic look. Can we get it on all twos? It's a very low to the ground Rex if you're placing its feet flat on deck. Look at that. It is down to earth. Probably wants to snatch something tasty. Not very much standing tall, but it is standing. It's got nice flat feet for stabilization. Looking good. Yeah, I can't really get it into a different position the way this foot is all bent. Maybe it's just a bent foot. It looks funny from this angle. We can kind of have him sit like this even. That's funny. And so if we want to do some quick switcheroo here, let's give the head of a Moses to the Rex, which is very raptor-like. It's a very raptor-esque head now. It's off the Mosasaur body and, well, Rex head on a Mosasaur. Have you ever seen something so weird? That's probably Jurassic World Rebirth 2 right there. Nightmare fuel for Jurassic Park Rebirth 2. The Tyrannomosasaur, or the Mosarex. How many islands of hybrids are there now? Well, how about this one back over here by the Rebirth Rex, just standing so patiently, wanting to check this one out. Does Rex choose a super rare Rex? We'll find out. And all green. Okay, what do we have? Possibly another Rex, but it's a different tag, so I think this might be the Spinosaur. I see a different tone of red. Is that the head? Yes, this has got to be different. That's a Spinotail. And more importantly, the spine. At this point, if it's not a Spinosaurus, I would have no idea what it is. This is the first one that actually reasons to have that spine piece on its back. That all the others have that piece just so that you can give them a spine. Do we have a new favorite? Sure, why not? I can give this favorites a status. Look at the Spinosaurus in red with a little bit of shock therapy on its tail, a little bit of blue scratches. Sinister, scary looking head. and jagged back tail spine. So yeah, maybe the Spinosaurus and Ankylosaurus, the only ones with really a different back piece to kind of switch around with the others. But it's still nice to have a switch of color on the back, so it's looking good. Looking good, nice and sturdy, nice and ready for attack. We're really only now looking for the Therizinosaurus, what I can never say. Did even anyone caught what I tried to say there? The Therizinosaurus? Zino? Surprisingly, no raptors this year. This is really a light year on raptors, both for 5 Surprise and Rebirth. And so we see, I see something blue on the card, maybe, just maybe. It is! There the beauty is, the Therizino. I can't say it, but it's so cool. And this one should be in a favorite deep blue. Lots of good blue pieces to mix with. Look at that claw! Wow, that's a great looking claw. That is an awesome looking piece. Oh, I hope you can pull one of these too. These are great. These are fantastic. Green slashes on the body, neck, back, and torso, head flying right at me. Lots to build here, lots to build. And do we have another new favorite? I think we have another new favorite. The back 3 here getting so great looking. Look at those claws. Great looking stance of attack. And or also looking for that asteroid impact. Kind of a frosty blue, especially on that back tail. Nails are all painted in black, looking good. That's often missed in some of the even Jurassic Park small toys. Yeah, those claw pieces are going to be great for changing things up a little bit from your own hybrid stance. What an epic find. What an epic find. Well, we have 2 left, and I can't decide what to do. Do I just go for it, see who we get? I guess we should. I mean, there's still a chance for a super rare, and most likely we'll probably double up on something. Usually when you pull a shelf box, a full box, if you're lucky, you can find a full collection. They're not that stingy with rare. Ah, Grant! Grant! Oh good, Rex is helping Grant back up. I think he's okay. These spheres can be so slippery sometimes. And, well, I think it's another Dilophosaurus, which is a good one. It was a really fun one. I'll keep it as an extra in my back catalog, why not? And our final ball. We're looking at maybe another Rex. So the rare eludes me today. Usually you have a better chance at them, but I like having a double Rex just in case. So a little steep on the repeats today, but we did find 8 of the 9 in the collection, missing out on that super rare, but what a collection of really great Dino Mix and Match. The Spino and the Therizino need a little bit of a switch. Let's test out that back piece switch. These 2 colors too would look great mixed and matched. And it shows you that all you really need is 2 to mix and match with. Let's do a hand switch out too. There we go, that's weird and muscular. And then now we can give this guy a nice claw. That's a fun switch. We can do a little more, can't we? How about the tail here? This is a really weird tail on the back of the Spino. Let's get you a trike tail. Yeah, a nice little stumpy yellow tail is what you need. And this guy back here can get your tail. That's weird. I swear, the more you mix, the more ferocious they get. I want to check out this Ankylosaurus back shield, back-plated system we saw first thing today. Let's give it to the Mosasaur. Or the Mosarex, was it? And good, that back Ankylosaurus armor does fit onto others really well. A little worried about that, but it does fit on. And here's a great example of just a color change of a back on a very high contrasting color skin choice. Light blue on dark brown. And what about Soundwave? Who does Soundwave mix and match to? Maybe we can take off his little shoulder cannon, and we could take out the Rex, Give the Rex his little tiny forearm. Place that on Soundwave. It barely functions, but it's more than meets the eye. And so then we could place Soundwave's shoulder cannon up on our Rex. That's a very much of a Dinobot reconstruction there. And so what? What have I done with my dinosaurs? We've got the Bronto and Kylo Dilopho, Ankylo Mosarex, minus Spinosaurus-Zino, Mosarex Wave, Therizinosaurus, Ankylo Triceratops, Anglio minus Bacchosaurus, and Dilopha Bronto. Plenty of hundreds of combinations. Extremely squirrely with this one. 100 plus combinations, but I think I'm out of all the good ones, but it's solid. There's at least a million more. If you liked today's video, please give us a squawk, squirrel eye, but squammet your favorite, most interesting 5 surprise dinosaur mix and match combination. Thank you so much for watching. Here's some videos that YouTube recommends. That's what I have to say about that.